Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So this is a really funny game, and yeah, that's really all about the game. It's very stupid, slow, but it seems entertaining. This is my first time playing it. It'll be on camera. I hope you guys enjoy. And let's just go into the game now. I have not played this Stanley Parable before. Okay, time to begin the game. Let's see what happens. Sorry if there's lag. This is
the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Okay.
Stanley was happy.
So, am I Stanley?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
What's happening?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'm Stanley, I want to press buttons. Can I press buttons, please? Oh, I'm pressing buttons. Hey, I can't see my mouse. Okay, let's see what's happening.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room? That's probably not the meeting room.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
FBI, open up.
FBI, open up!
Through here, I'm so stupid. What? Oh, yeah, I can open doors now. Oh no, I can't. I'm so confused on what's happening. I'm just gonna be here pressing buttons for so long. Nah, it shut on me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll figure it out, don't worry. You know, I'm just gonna
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I now, huh? Haha, oh, haha.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Where's the employee lounge then? Huh? I'm just gonna skip these doors. Oh, cool.
Ah, yes,
Drinks.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I'm not
Stanley
leaving.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm not leaving. I don't care what you say, I'm not leaving. Look. Let me close the door. Okay, fine.
Yes, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I now? Haha.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
How dare you! Hey. How dare you say that? I just want to give this a stop by, huh? I won't jump. I won't jump.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Should I jump?
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
I'm probably gonna
all
die
this
if I'm not
time.
jumping.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who is that
Please,
person?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking
Well,
for
I mean,
me.
there's nobody here.
I'm asking, this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh God, that scared
That's
me.
her, Stanley.
Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Hello there.
Gotcha.
Are you kidding me?
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Well, that was rude, wasn't it?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Good morning, employee. 427, press U on my keyboard. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has
Hey.
a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Let
Now
me
he's
leave.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Okay, can we stop
But in
with
his
the
mind,
U?
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Oh, this
From
game
behind
is
his
gonna take
desk,
forever.
Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It
Let
was
me
wonderful.
go.
And each day that he returned
Let
to
me
work was a
go.
reminder that
I
none
don't
of it
wanna
would
do
ever
this.
happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Thanks
The
to you,
thought
narrator. This
excited
is
him
gonna take
terribly.
forever. Press G.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what
me
lay behind each
leave.
door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Y. Okay.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind
this is taking
controls.
forever.
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Cue to tell me kisses.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely
Narrator,
there's an
will
answer
you ever
down some
leave me
new
alone and
path.
let me
Mustn't
leave?
there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
And oh my God.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends
That
here,
wasn't
the
there
more
before.
invested he gets.
Let
The
me
more he
leave.
forgets which life is the real one.
R to go to sleep. Okay. Well, where's my bed? First, show me where my bed is.
And I'm
just
trying to
sleep in
tell
this
him
chair.
this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Press L to be at work in the morning. I'm not doing it. I'm not listening to this guy. I'm doing what narrator says for once. Nothing happens. What's so special about this? I'm pressing it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Let me press
How can I
buttons.
get him to see what I see?
How
How can I make him look at himself?
Well, I can't because I don't have a body. To question nothing, okay?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
I'm just pressing all of my buttons now. What did I do? I don't know what just happened.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did this restart? What? Huh? Okay, so we're back here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This time I'm not listening to him. What?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for
Feeling
getting
a wave
fired.
of disbelief,
Talk less,
Stanley
do
decided to go up
unbelievably
to his
amazing work all the
boss's
time every
office,
day.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Who turned that? Who pressed that button? You know what? I'm leaving.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Did I? Did I turn around and did I go back on track? I did not.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Are you sure about that? I'm gonna throughout this video just aggravate
It was
whatever
baffling
word
that Stanley
this
was still
narrator.
just sitting in the broom closet. He
Annoy.
wasn't even doing
Oh my God,
anything.
I can't think.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Uh-huh. I am.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Yes.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Do you think I can? You think that I'm just nothing? Well, I am
You do realize there's
genuinely
no
nothing. I
choice
don't
or
have a
anything
body.
in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I'm staying in this closet. Okay. This is taking forever.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branch.
I just got
path.
two. I just got two
when you go talk about this with your
achievements.
friend,
You
you'll
can't
say,
jump.
"Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Can I get the broom closet ending?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
How dare you! Oh my
He
God.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
God, that took a dark turn.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert
Does it look
someone
like I'm dead,
nearby
narrator?
so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
I am not
It's
dead.
indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on
Okay,
them.
narrator, listen to this. If I leave, will
When
you
you've
shut
done
up?
that, just step out into the hallway.
You've made your point.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What? Oh my god. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay, this guy's just a money-loving freak.
Stepping
This
into
is
his manager's office, Stanley was once
scary.
again
I
stunned
don't
to
know
discover
why.
not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley
can
wondered in
finally see my
disbelief
mouse.
who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing
You
random
literally
buttons
said
on
it.
the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the
What?
newly opened passageway.
Can I go this way, please? Okay, I can't. This turned from a boss's office to like a... I don't know what this turned into. I just pressed buttons for a job. Oh?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Wait,
This
how do you know what I
question
feel
would
like?
not
That's
go
weird.
unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. I want to escape this place.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Alright. So be it.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Well, I will not.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Can I sprint? I can't sprint. Okay. At least I made it to the end. Oh, goodness. What's happening? Oh, I'm still falling. Okay. Ah. That was not
As
a
the
very
machine whirred into
excited.
motion and
You're not
Stanley
reacting.
was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been
Okay,
of no
so
consequence whatsoever.
he was right.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped
I'm
forever
literally
in
about
his
to die.
narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss,
Stop
but
it.
plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
No.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell,
Oh,
Stanley.
goodness. Farewell. Farewell, narrator.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
I thought
In a single
my game
visceral
froze.
instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh no. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly
wanna
did
go
the
back
narrator
to
think he was going to accomplish?
To the office. Oh.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Is this
Do
like
you see now?
the map?
Do you see that Stanley
Two
was
doors.
already dead
Oh, that
from
was
the
the two
moment he
doors
hit
that I had to
start?
go through because office computers. Oh, I can press buttons now. Yeah, I'm turning all of them off. That's just the credits. Button sounds. I don't know what I'm doing. 431436. Is that something I need to remember? No, it's not, because it's a printer. Warzone. Okay, what's happening? I'm not going through all this, or else this video will be an hour long. I don't think that this is the actual end of Stanley Parable, is it? No, it can't be. They wouldn't make this the end of Stanley Parable. Exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh,
Can
no.
you see? Can
No.
you see how much they need one another?
I can't see.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop
Oh,
the
no,
program
not
before they
again.
both fail. Push
Back
escape
here.
and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as
No,
you
I
move
know that there
forward,
is.
you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you
I'm
do,
not.
choose it.
I'm
Don't
not.
let time choose for you. Don't let time...
What just happened? Hello? I'm back in my office. Oh well, that was a journey. I don't know what happened there. As I told you, this game is weird. That'll be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. 'Cause that was corny.